This video will show how to obtain the measurements from your pallet jack to complete the Power Pallet questionnaire. These measurements will be used to help power handling determine if the Power Pallet can be mounted to your jack and the part numbers of the required mounting components. The questionnaire can be obtained by emailing sales@powerhandling.com. The tools required to get these measurements are a flathead screwdriver, an external snap ring plier, a digital caliper, and a tape measure. First, start by obtaining the brand, model, and manufacture date of your jack. This is typically located on a label behind the A-frame. Next, measure the steer wheel diameter using the tape measure. And then measure the distance between the steer wheels using the digital caliper. Next, remove the center cap on one of the steer wheels and use the external snap ring pliers to remove the snap ring at the end of the axle. After removing the snap ring, remove the steer wheel. Using the digital caliper, measure the diameter of the axle at the lower pump shaft. Next, measure the diameter of the lower pump shaft at the top of the steer wheel. Next, measure the distance from the bottom of the lower pump shaft to the bottom of the steer wheel. And measure the thickness of the thrust plate. Next, note whether the axle is either fixed or articulating. And then measure the length of the handle from the pivot pin at the bottom of the handle to the bottom of the hand brace. Next, measure the distance from the lift lower lever to the bottom of the hand brace. Next, measure the thickness of the handle shaft from front to back, and then measure the width of the handle shaft from left to right. Then measure the diameter of the top handlebar, and make note of whether the handle has a comfort grip or plastic overmold. Enter all these measurements onto the Power Pallet questionnaire and return to Power Handling for review.